in my opinion, like the most disappointing team because like they win the games that they're not supposed to win, and then they lose the games
Mm-hmm.
they're supposed to win. Like you kind of want some more consistency there.
Yeah.
Because they had a very their final path towards the end was the easiest.
Yeah.
All they had to do, they looked at the surroundings. All they had to do was 2-0-2-0, the two weakest teams in the group.
You know the it's funny. I think Final Tribe in a different format would have actually placed second.
Yeah,
They would have placed second in their group. If it wasn't 3 points
yeah,
for 2 wins, and if it was just 2 points, like if you just did it based off of wins straight up, like every point is a win, then Final Tribe actually
yeah.
they won more.
They would have had 5
than
to
White
4.
Off won. Yeah,
Yeah, but those 2-0s matter.
those 2-0s do matter.
Everybody knows what the everybody knows how it is. I don't know what this.
Excuse me, Mr. Casters. Can you please stop laughing and be more stuffy and crotchety, please? Dota is a very serious game. That is the hottest copy pasta
That's a good
in
one.
Twitch chat.
What is the one about Mason? Can somebody do the Mason
Oh,
one?
the Mason one is straight up from his. You can go to his Twitch page, twitch.tv.
Nah,
Mason
somebody
Dota.
will find it for me.
Oh man, the Mason one is hot.
Yeah.
I love that one. That one's hilarious.
It's the cutoff at the end too. It's great. But Team White Off, I mean, this is VP -1,
Minus no one.
but somehow no one's team has lost like 0 games. They've only split. At worst, they never got 2-0'd by anybody. They 2-0'd Omega. They 2-0'd eHome. They split with Blackjack, which was a surprise. They 2-0'd Reckoning Esports. They 1-1 to Aster, which is another surprise, but because Aster was by far. Wait, no, they forfeited that game.
Yeah, they forfeited.
Wait, no, they didn't. They didn't. It was
They
White Off that
forfeited.
forfeited.
Widely regarded as the best professional Dota 2 player.
In the scene by his peers and fans, Mason remains humble and eager to learn, even though he no longer plays. He still has, and making love to his beautiful girlfriend. I think that I think that I think like White Off, because you can't really say they didn't take the group. You can't like the groups are the thing that matter, right? Like the groups actually mattered a lot here, and their teams weren't like a complete joke or anything like that.
Yeah.
But Ukraine, White Off intentionally forfeited against Room 310. That's what it was, if you recall.
Yeah.
Because the game did not matter.
The game did not matter.
So, God bless, they said White Off forfeited game 2. Because they had gone through, they could not have upped themselves in seeding or anything like that.
Mason showed up and made fat stacks over kids who had been playing the game much longer.
That's the copy pasta that I was.
Yes.
I don't know. Is that the one that's on his Twitch page?
That is all. That's like the first part of the one that's on his Twitch page.
Mason Dota 2? At the club, come back.
At the club, come back later. By shitting on kids who have been making pennies for years while he strolled in, won multiple tournaments, and made fat stacks.
Dota All-Star Mason.
God damn. Smurfling good versus Lone Druid.
That I don't know. They picked it after, right? Dude, people have been picking SF lately, which is wild. Like, a lot of people have been picking SF lately.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
You know what it is, right?
What?
It's that base 2 strength buff that he got last patch.
Solid. That's not. Don't sleep on that.
I specifically told people not to sleep on stuff like that because SF already is kind of a high armor hero.
Mm-hmm.
So any increase to his
They last pick
base HP is going
Afo
to...
Nina's hero.
Monkey King
Monkey King.
is
Good against SF in lane.
yeah.
To my knowledge. I
Like,
mean, it was
how
before
good?
the change to Monkey's Mischief, so I'd imagine it only made it better.
Damage immune.
Don't even have to level. Free spell.
Free spell.
Free
It's free real estate. It's free spells.
I just got a DM from Aiden.
10,000. Yeah. Aiden's a good boy.
I said, God damn.
Anyway, like, isn't this lone druid mid? And then FO side lane? Monkey King? Side lane Monkey King? Against Slaughter, I guess, in this case.
Yeah, maybe.
Because doesn't lone druid do very well against Shadow Fiend?
I'd imagine he does fine. Lone Druid is like one of those heroes that is just like solid against like everybody though.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't really lose that many matchups. The hero has like a really weird curve though. Oh, there it is.
It is 2:30 a.m. Blitz is wearing a black t-shirt, gray
Looking like
sweatpants,
J.K. Simmons in that drum movie.
black headset. We have started our shift of casting
Okay,
video games.
I think hot take here. I think NoLifer5 is gonna win this series.
The hottest of takes.
The hottest of takes. I think NoLifer5 is gonna 2-0. Based on absolutely nothing. In fact, I think they have the worst draft.
I was about to say, I was like, do you like their draft more? Because
No.
I don't.
I think their draft's worse, but
Huh.
just based on my arbitrary read of the situation, I'm pulling a Nahaz here. I'm gonna.
You gonna be really optimistic about NoLifer5?
No, I was making a joke about how I'm doing it based off of no analysis.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
See, I was thinking of look, these guys are a young squad, and they've got the talent. These are really great players.
That's a solid Nahaz, if I'm honest. You know, the thing about it is, that's my quiet Allen. You know, the thing about it is, I've been watching a lot of these games, and they've got a 72% chance repeating, of course, that
Just so you know, just so you all know, we're only making fun of Alan because we love him so much.
Dude, I went and saw Deadpool with him. Like, that if that ain't love, then I don't know what love is.
Was that the first one or second one? It was the first one, right?
Yeah, did I tell you my story about that? Of course I
Yes.
have. It got somebody copy pasted that in on Reddit, and they didn't give me credit. Sons of bitches.
How could they copy paste what you said in a video clip? What?
No, I didn't. They no, I said it in a Twitter or Reddit comment. That particular one. That particular situation. Because I was trying to explain to people why Alan is the way that he is. And I was like, he's not pretending to be anyone. This is just Alan.
The fourth stack, got him. Hit the fifth stack. I don't even think they need it, to be honest. He's gonna pop anyway.
Dude, I told you.
First blood.
Prematurely, I called it. I called my shot Babe Ruth style. I lined that sucker up.
Well, I'm going to call that White Off are gonna win in spite of that first blood.
Okay, 2-0. You have to just go for it, Austin. There's no half measures here.
Yes.
Okay.
2-0.
That's a wild thing to stake your reputation on.
Yeah. What did I stake my reputation on last time? That White Off would lose?
No, though TNC would win.
Yeah, that they would beat White Off, right?
Yeah.
You said I would. I staked my reputation on Virtus Pro losing.
And they got dumpstered.
And they got dumpstered.
I mean, can we really call them Virtus Pro? They don't have their
This is Virtus Pro at 1%.
Yeah. You know what the wild thing is? They even like got the coach had to choose sides.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. Well, I don't think he had to choose sides like that, but like
Yeah.
I see him in their corner,
Yeah.
which I think is kind of funny. Which means he had to be like, okay, I'm going with, like, who do you think has a better chance of winning? It's like playing favorites with
You
your
think he
kids.
checks in on no one? Make sure he's getting everything he needs still?
Yeah.
I'm sure he is, right? That's what a good manager would do. Go the extra mile for your player when
Oh, I was
he's
just gonna
around.
say he's like you gotta make sure that you've got a horse in every race.
Oh. Let's see. Just in case no one realizes when he wins. Oh.
He's like, I actually didn't need any of you sons of bitches.
He's like, shit. Could be on whoever's team I want. Nice raises. Stormcat with the triple raise kills the Monkey King.
Wow, that is a surprise. Okay.
Well then.
You think no one's letting that happen?
He did not pop the trickery.
He just kind of died. Wild.
Oh, long range impale. Pasha will give up on that Lich kill. Takes a lot of damage from the Morphling Dream. Our top lane is a Slardar Shadow Demon. Been seeing a lot more. Whoa, my goodness.
Dude,
Sorry.
we've been seeing a ton of SD lately.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not sure if it's that good. Watch this, watch this. That was the worst crush timing. That man has not played Shadow Demon, has not played around Shadow Demon. I'm not even sure if he knew Shadow Demon was a hero before this match. Because that was a very poorly timed stun.
Sometimes you forget about heroes like that, and it messes with your head. Like, I haven't played against SD in forever. Have you?
Can't say that I am.
That's what I mean.
Lion's gonna suicide to the tier 2 here. Boop.
That's why I can't blame somebody if they mess up situations like that. I mean, I guess you can, like, you can call it what it is, right?
I was about to say, I can literally play the audio in my head right now.
Ooh, there we go.
Got zapped!
That
The
creep's mad
Harpy
underrated.
Storm Crafter. Dude, I don't think it's underrated anymore.
Oh, you don't think so? You think people, it's rated.
Just the thing about it is that now that Chens have to get a smaller creep, you know,
Yeah.
like they can't get a satyr right away, then everybody wants the Stormcrafter.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
rated.
It's so easily the best of all of them.
Zayats is just all-inning for, that's 4 stacks, that's 5.
That's not quite enough damage.
It's only level 1, man. Also, I told you that the Monkey King was going to be mid.
You did indeed. You also told me he was going to be fine in that matchup, and then he died.
That's not on me. 100%.
Dude, Roger is terrorizing this Lich. Look at him. He's running after him. He's going to try and get the long-range impale here. Will not land, though. How'd our bounty runes go? That was 3 out of 4 going to White Off.
Mode Bounty Rune Collector.
Oh, by the way, William, did you notice my chair doesn't squeak anymore?
It worked?
It worked.
Dang.
Of course it works. William is like one of the least handy men I've ever met in my life.
You think so?
William, it's WD-40.
There's a lot of people that would disagree about my handiness.
Like who?
I was making a joke.
I actually didn't get it. Wait, what was the joke?
I said there are a lot of men that would disagree about my handiness.
I get it now. You do have particularly soft hands.
Previously.
In a previous life. Now they're all rough and calloused from all that working out.
That's all I do, baby.
It's okay. Rough and calloused has its own
Category.
yeah.
VP playing Apex second window.
Dude, look at Solo. He even just ran into the tower range. He just doesn't care.
You know what the best part about playing Chen against SF is? It's like
What's
for
that?
the most part, you know he can't do shit. He's just kind of have to watch you and take it.
Mm-hmm. Talking about rotating on mid.
Yeah, it's like
And just
it feels good. I think rotating on an SF. You can also like invade his jungle and just kind of make like life hell for him.
We are having a prolonged dive in the top lane right now. And our Slaughter can't seem to get away. And he's going to run back into the Lone Druid. In fact, he gets rooted, and that's going to be the end of him. Ramses just fearlessly diving the top tower, and nobody from NoLifer5 is there to save him. In fact, they killed the Lich, too. Kill top, kill bottom. NoLifer5 are not getting a whole lot.
Who voted on? Wait, I voted for. Dang, I think I might have lost this one.
Yeah. I think you might have too. I mean, it's only a 1,000 gold, dude.
I think this like Tricore is too greedy on the side
Yeah.
of NoLifer5. Like Morph needs space, SF needs space, and Slardar surprisingly needs. If you don't have a good lane, he needs space too.
Yes.
Because it's not the easiest hero to gank with. Like the hero's so like, he's fast, but his windup is so shit.
Yeah.
Like you're playing against a Lion, it's especially bad against Rubik's. You know,
Lone
you
Druid,
run
instant,
forward.
Instant
Yeah,
cast.
the fact that you don't have a Blink Dagger, that you don't have like Vlad's, means that you're just not really a hero. And
Yeah.
the hero doesn't have a flash farming mechanic, which hurts really, really bad.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I think that
No lifers. Apparently, it's just no lifers.
no lifers.
That's
I mean,
okay.
That's not surprising that the 5 stands for F. But I like NoLifer5 more. I much prefer NoLifer5.
I
And that's what it
appreciate-
says, so I'm going to say it out loud.
Yeah. In chat, whoever said that, appreciate it. We don't, no disrespect intended.
What? Appreciate it.
What? I did.
Oh,
Yeah. When you get
appreciate
corrected, it's like,
I don't appreciate you, guy in chat. Don't you correct me.
there's like two.
I know what I'm doing with my job. That's why I'm here.
There's like two types of
Casting
people.
WESG.
You know, it's like when they want to be dicks about it, and somebody's just like, "Hey, I think this is what that means." It's like, "Oh, thank you. You took the time to politely correct." I liked your WSG joke.
What? It wasn't a joke.
Moving on. Meanwhile,
Going for the bounty runes. Ramses is not going to let him get this bounty rune so easily. He does manage to pick it up, and now he's going to be hexed up. Aphos here as well. They're going to jump, pounce on this Shadow Fiend, and unfortunately, a Morphling just can't really do that much. Well, actually, maybe I spoke too soon. He kills Ramses. And maybe he'll get out with it too, the Lich. Okay, Monkey King turning into a banana for a moment here. Brewmaster is going to chase down the Shadow Demon while the Monkey King goes after this Lich. Always feels good to end. I mean, not that I would know because I've never played Monkey King in my life, but I'm sure it feels great to end a kill on a Jingu stack.
it's really satisfying. You never played Monkey?
No, I have. I played it like when it was a 4 position, when that
Oh,
was
I
all the
see.
rage. I was like, I should probably learn this hero. And I was like, wow, this is incredibly overpowered. And then I just kind of felt like garbage for playing it.
You were a good boy.
It's not so much that. It's just that like when a hero's like really overpowered, I feel like I don't actually learn that much.
You feel like you're just doing it to gain MMR?
Yeah, like there are certain things like, for example, let's say the Pango Manta thing was overpowered.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was bad. But let's say it was overpowered. Like, you just kind of know that mechanic is going to get buffed out.
So why bother?
Yeah. So why bother, like,
I understand.
learning this build and everything when you know it's just going to go away anyway? They're going to catch Lasarda here, trying to farm up the neutrals. Kapow! Finger of death. They are still going to have a fight, though. Monkey King managed to get off his ultimate here, but the big boost of magic damage coming out from Storecat will finish off that Monkey King. But now the SF is still surrounded by so many heroes. Nice disruption. That's going to be able to... Oh, never mind. That wasn't a clap. It dodged the Drunken Haze, but that's still enough for the Shadow Fiend to escape while the Shadow Demon died. There's too many shadows.
It's 9-5, but at least it's not like an insurmountable lead or anything like that. This game is still somewhat reasonable.
Do you know what the difference between a demon and a fiend is in the world of fantasy, of D&D?
Hit me up.
A fiend, I believe, is like basically a half demon. It's like things like tieflings and stuff.
I see. How do you know this again, you nerd?
Well, I didn't get laid until I was 20.
Hmm.
So that sort of knowledge just kind of comes naturally.
I see, I see. So that was, you just had to learn that?
Yeah, it's like a requirement, you know.
I see, I see.
Brewmaster Ultimate. Trying to chase down the Shanto Demon. But there is the Slardar, and with the stun, and the Brewlings running out, they are not going to be able to get the kill they were hoping for. Still, though, White Off do have a 2,000 gold lead. Part of it, though, is the fact that they've taken the safe lane tower, and NoLifer5 have not been able to do the same. Dream is currently sitting up there farming against the Chen, but the Chen has been able to keep that tower pretty healthy. So far, anyway. Yeah, and the lack of tower pressure stems from the fact that, as you said, it's kind of greedy, right?
It's
Like,
too
every
greedy.
single time I look, I see the SF is farming jungle, I see the Slardar's farming jungle, and the Morphling's farming a lane.
Like, the only way that this kind of greed, you can counter-punish it is if you can take one of the towers early. So, if you guys ever, if you guys are playing pub games or something like that, and you have this kind of lineup, it's really imperative that you just sort of all in for a tower pre-10 minutes. Because you need space. Like, what towers give you is space. It allows you to farm deeper into an enemy's jungle than you normally would. Like, the fact that you're able to take a safe lane tower at 15 minutes with this lineup is incredible to me. Guess you have a Chen, but... Okay, so taking this mid tower was huge. Look how they're committing this. They brought every hero for this, guys. And this is, like, the most selfless play that you can make that will allow you to be greedy. By taking that mid tower, what it's going to enable now is it's going to force... Team Russia, if they ever want to take fights and stuff, they've got to smoke. So they're actually going to go for this bear because it has 300 gold. But they like half commit for it.
And it's White Off getting 3 of the bounty runes again. So I'm not even sure if the...
So the Ob missed it, but they went for the... Oh, there we go. So they go for the bear. Easy.
Is 1 bounty rune worth 300 gold?
Well,
Well, actually, it's not just 300 gold, right? It's the fact that you deprived the enemy of a bounty rune as well.
yeah, but the bear's pretty nice. It's especially if you can get it on one of your core heroes. It's more overall gold for them, right?
Right.
So,
Oh,
no.
boy, we're watching the wrong screen.
Oh, okay, okay.
The Morphling's gonna waveform, try and TP out, and Aphos saw it all coming. And
no.
oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at your screen. I keep doing
Yeah,
that.
I keep doing that too.
And that is gonna be an easy kill on onto Dream, as Roger's gonna get a stack for it too. So now what they want to do, ideally, if you're NoLifers, is take that top tower and collapse. And suddenly you can protect your own triangle of farm. To counter that, and you should, I think as a caster, we should always talk about like what the counter move too is. you want to try to establish control of this top lane, place like as many deep wards as you can. The objective of like high level Dota guys is to force people into only being able to make moves when they have smokes available. But like if you can get them to use smokes like that, what you're doing is you're preventing them from being able to smoke to take your towers. You're preventing them from smoking to be able to take Roshan. Like smokes are so important in Dota. They don't get talked about enough. Like people kind of baseline understand, but you know they're lifelines at the same time. So what Gambit is doing is they're trying to take the mid tower, but he actually gets spotted.
Managed to get to the SF in the back line. At the same time, Afo is almost dead. Does manage to get saved by the Chen. And Slardar tries to make his way back with a crush out, but is getting stunned too many times. Monkey King's now going to get off that ultimate. SF managed to get the Requiem out. Doesn't hit a whole lot of heroes, though. This fight is just still so divided. Our Morphling is trying to chase out Afo, but can't really fully commit, especially with the Spirit Vessel on him. As he morphs to strength, he actually loses a decent amount of HP. They do manage to kill the Chen and the Brewmaster as well, as the Brewlings come back into form.
Really
that was
well
actually
done.
a great fight for Kyrgyzstan.
Really, 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 really well done. That was so. Like, I don't think they should be able to win that fight, but they were able to win it on the back of the fact that they positioned themselves so well.
Yeah.
Like the SF was really far back. Stormcat, even though he has Greaves, like what he did is, it's like that classic thing when you know that you have a core kill and you drag everybody deeper in. But the problem is, even though certain heroes can go that deep, other heroes can't. Like your Chen does not want to be past the tier 1 tower. Your Brew doesn't want to be past a tier 1 tower without his ulti. Like, it's not easy for everybody to assemble there. So
and catching the Monkey King stopped him from being able to like jump on the SF after the Lion.
That was just a series of really good plays, and that just made that fight somewhat tenable. So what they're doing now, VP, is they're going to go for this bottom push, and they're going to further just sweep out this jungle. And what this allows as well is once you get control of this bottom area, it makes it so that NoLifer's pretty greedy lineup just kind of gets limited to having that top left hand side of that jungle area. And what it does too is like if you place 1 or 2 wards, you can now control the Roshan area. And once you get that mid tower, all of a sudden NoLifers have to consistently check that area out. So I'd imagine that this is one of the few games that Team White Off might consider defending that top tier 1 tower, if they want to try to control Roshan themselves. I don't think that top tier 1 tower, if you give that tower up, I think it becomes harder to keep track of Rosh. Because they can do Rosh really easily with Shadow Fiend and Slardar.
Yeah.
You pump everything into Agi and Morph, and I think Roshan's going to be really important this game. But it looks like they're going to give up this top tier 1. Like, you see that the SF isn't willing to like full commit to it. He keeps backing up because he thinks that Gambit is going to retaliate for this. But instead, Gambit... Or not Gambit, I saw F1 Ninja's name. White Off is going to instead take the tier 1.
And they just push much faster with the Lone Druid so they can make that kind of play, right? Where it's like,
yeah,
we're going to take your mid tower, and now you're out of position. We're going to hit mid tier 2 as well.
Taking this mid tier 2 is actually mega worth. Now you really get control of the Roshan area.
Yeah.
You make it hard to control that triangle too. That's why traditionally the mid tier 2 tower is like one of the hardest to take in the game.
And that's in part because shrines don't offer any vision themselves.
Yes.
So once you start taking away some of those outer towers, it's easy to lose control over the area that the shrine is actually at.
Especially if you lose that bottom tier 2 tower as well, you all of a sudden no longer have vision of more than half the map.
Yeah.
And it becomes really difficult to play. Which is what the next move should be, is to take that. I thought they were going to take the bottom tier 2 tower first, but I think once they saw the SF at that top tier 1, it was really hard to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like that's what
Dota's not like such a systematic game where you know exactly what objective. Like they saw an opportunity, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's easier to read in hindsight. That's why at first you saw that they didn't commit for that. And now if you're NoLifers, you want to play around this top area because it's where you ideally have vision and they don't. Because it's hard for VP.
You don't want to place defensive vision
Yes.
in your own jungle. You want to place aggressive vision, right?
Yes. And so they're going to get... I don't think you should give up this tier 2 tower, though. I think this is a little bit much, especially when you have Radiance on Bear. So they're going to swarm in. This is the correct move. And the stun's going to come out.
Nice stun. Nice boundless strike. Affo will defuse the Slardar.
They pre-popped Brew ult. I heard it.
They did.
I don't quite know where that's...
He's killing the Lich.
Oh, okay. And they're going to get the Radiance burnout on that. So now I think you take this top tier 2. Maybe not, because you don't have Brew split anymore. Maybe you just route them out, get some D wards down.
You don't think it's possible for them to do Roshan themselves?
Without your Brew split, I think it's really dangerous. But eventually it's going to become who gets the first Roshan of the game. We'll get a lot of the map control.
Right.
And map control is the name of the game with both these teams. Like, NoLifer is actually impressing me. Their moves make sense, and they're committing quickly. Like that mid tower take, I don't think people appreciate that as much as they should, but it was really cool. Like to be able to defend that tower and take it. Like their cores are reading the same game, but now they're just getting dived on.
Affo getting aggressive. Chain Frost does go out, and it's going to bounce around a lot of these heroes. Bosch is actually quite low thanks to the Shadow Demon spell that kills your health. Don't remember what's that's called. Oh, nice pull. They're going to be able to spot him thanks to the Corrosive Haze and get the Brewmaster kill. A successful defense of the tier 2.
Really surprised that Russia decided to go for that.
And they get 2 core kills. That might be Roshan for
We just talked about that, right? Like
yeah.
you don't have Brew split. I don't think you can take that fight, and then they took that fight. And we just talked about how important Roshan is, and now you might just give that up. Because
and it's way easier for this Radiant team to do Roshan quickly during these death timers.
Yes. Although
but Roger's still going to try and contest. This Lich may end up dying. They need to kill the bear. He burns out first. Roger throws out an impale trying to stop this one. Roshan is aiding Team Russia right now as it's beating up Stormcat. And it looks like it's taken just a bit too long for them to be able to finish up Roshan.
Wow, the monkey actually bought back. I think he was only like 10 seconds out from this.
They really do not want to give up that Aegis.
This is the second bear. This is huge.
Oh.
This is huge. I think you can now potentially commit to this, although Slardar is really low. But without the bear, that's actually pretty massive. They know that...
Brew ult is back up, though.
Yeah. No bear, I think, is more important, though. The bear's your damage if you look at White Ops lineup.
Yeah.
I think NoLifers is in a better position right now because of their decision to go for that top tier 2. But they're going to smoke up. I mean, 70 seconds without the bear. It's so dangerous. Did Radiant have a shrine up? Is everyone healed to full?
Yes, they are.
Like
both teams went enshrined.
I think you go take a fight right now if you're NoLifers. You know that the second bear is down for at least a minute if you have if you've taken the timer, and this is much more important than the Brew split being up or down. What is that lone druid? He's the highest net worth in the game. Remove 12k from the side of from White Off because that's essentially what you've done. This guy,
excuse me. The lone druid hero does have a hyperstone.
Oh, my bad. I think you really want to take advantage of this timing now.
Well, they're trying to. They're going to Corrosive Haze up Roshan and leave Dream inside the pit. But it's hard. The Brewmaster, oh, God. I got locked into watching my own Observer. Oh. Dream, there goes the Brewmaster ultimate, and they're going to back up immediately. They have to disengage from this fight.
The wild part about this is that none of this would have been a thing if they hadn't gone for the top tier 2 fight.
Right.
If you reset and you wait it out, then you can go for that play. Then you'll have a free Roshan at any point. It's honestly free. You'll get it at some point. But now you're in this like shit show of a situation where you don't necessarily have to be in. And the SF's going to press forward. He does have the SD behind him. That was not the Chain Frost.
Boundless Strike. Oh, nice. The return of the Boundless Strike there from the Morphling. Actually hits 3 heroes. The Requiem goes out from the Shadow Fiend. And White Off just play around their Monkey King ultimate, but they are running low on abilities now.
Yeah, a lot was used there from both sides. This is such a clowny game. Like, no one is doing anything except being around this Roche Pit area as the Slardar zooms around.
Zip, zip, zip.
Both teams just continue to... I've never seen a Roshan engagement this long before.
Especially one that hasn't really gone anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like, maybe if we've had, like, multiple buybacks and stuff.
Okay, now they're all in committing for this Roche. I think this is the correct play.
Yeah.
There's no Brew split. And they might even get more for this, too. As Roger going to come in through. And the waveform aggressively.
Whoa.
Nice fear.
That was beautiful fear. Rogers left behind.
Oh. And I know NoLifer5 now in a really, really good spot. Like, they were gifted this game when that top engagement happened. Yeah. Not to say that they didn't play really well. That mid move I'll still like think about. You know, I'll think about that when I go to sleep tonight. That was a really cool mid move. I hope you guys appreciate that. Like, to be able to make that move, bring 4 heroes in, and then the defense on top of that, that was so well done. Is now they're getting real aggressive here. They're trying to all in onto Ramses. They're going to be successful, and they've got a complete pincer here. There's almost no way you're going to win this fight anymore. You're completely sandwiched. As the brew
just got to get the brew, the earth one out. Sorry.
And the Greaves on the Shadow Fiend makes this team fight so broke.
Yeah.
It's only a 1k gold lead, but when it comes to pace right now, you have to really favor the greedier lineup.
Yeah.
The bear is really weak against Slardar, by the way.
Oh god, it is. We just keep on watching that bear die. Do you think he should have gone like a range form build?
I think the reason why he went Radiance is so that you could mess with the supports. Because the Radiance is sick against the Lich and the Shadow Demon.
That's true. Yeah.
You don't do anything as the SE.
You can't disrupt the bear.
Yeah.
Disrupting yourself isn't going to do much.
But, I mean, just cool plays overall from both sides.
Oh!
No! Bang.
That's a rough one.
That is so rough.
70 seconds.
Yo, NoLifer is so good at team fighting. Did you see that sandwich, though? When they come in with like 2 heroes up at top?
That was really smart. They move over, they place the ward on the high ground, they pincer in.
That was so cool. That was really well done. And now they're going to lose the top tier 2. It's now a 3k gold lead.
What is this announcer?
I don't know. It's pretty hyped, though.
It sounds kind of like a Storm Spirit.
Yeah,
sort of like, you know.
It might be Monkey or something. Might be...
But he's dead, so there's no way it's Monkey.
They're just going high ground here. This is a pretty aggressive move as he chens it up. Gives himself...
Heavenly Grace.
Yeah. And...
What's it? Divine Favor?
You gotta be careful here as the bear just dies in 2 seconds and now Dream is just in there.
Goes straight for Roger. Was unable to kill him, so instead they'll get Ramses.
They just...
That's it?
I told you!
Wow.
My boy... Austin. I said it was gonna be an easy 2-0. I know these guys are legit.
Whoa. Let's not gloat too early. That's the first win.
That was so quick.
Well played by NoLifer5. So it seems like both of us have successfully staked our career.